Alright, well, it is time, since I've only got 2 hours left of the beta, to, go over and hurry up with this final quest. So since there's gonna be a bunch of people over here, I might just record a narration after the fact. So that I'm not the crazy guy walking around narrating his adventures with other people around. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but it's time to get over there. Now it's dark, that's nice. Performance is kind of all over the place. I know the video frame rates are not going to be great. That's just because of my recording apparatus. But I mean, I jump between 60 plus and 30 or 20 sometimes, depending on the scene. So hopefully, I wonder if it's just that they only optimized certain areas because they expected people to do the main quests, or I really don't know. Oh, we got someone here. Well, I hear lots of gunfire. Poor possum. Coming into the town from a pretty weird way here. Alright, so I'm gonna shut up and maybe record a narration of what I'm doing after. Just gonna spend some time exploring this place. Ooh.
pair of eyes. Yeah, I tell them I see the big old boomer out yonder. They tell me, what's a boomer then? Then some sweet young thing come up to me asking for help with that garden next door. And then, just this morning, I heard talk of crawdads big as a barn door across the mountains and worse. Flatwoods had better days. Now everything cattywampus or it'll kill you. Now, I ain't no cussing lady. But damn if God had just let a bomb fall on my head. Jesus, just let me die.
Reverend Delbert Winters. Hi, I met you in the woods near the Morgantown airport. You were picking flowers. Why?
I was Harvey harvesting a lot of stuff, actually. I hunted deer recently. Looked strange, but tasted fine.
Hmm. Okay. Well, what's a basic, easy meal that someone who's been surviving on cans could make?
You can make tea with dried flowers. It's not much, but it can soothe your stomach. I don't know what this flower is called, but I call it a soot flower. If you add it to water, you can make a tea. Same with rabbit meat or chicken meat. You can easily make soups with boiled water. God willing, we can adapt old recipes to new types of food.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Back in the Army, we got sent off to places with weird fish I'd never heard of and weird veggies I'd never seen again. You know, we had to cook with them still. Just pretend it's catfish or something. You see how it turns out. But now, well, let me say that I've seen some weird stuff. I thought maybe it was unholy, but these are all the creation of our Lord, even if man has manipulated them. And dang it, they're still edible.
Okay. Well, what kind of veggies do you eat?
Yeah, there are still some edible veggies out there, like melons, carrots, and gourds. You know, I found some tomatoes and potatoes growing together. They're somehow pollinating each other or something. I ate one, and it was kind of like ketchup-flavored cardboard, but hey, I'm alive. You might have to experiment like that. Don't be too picky if it keeps you alive to see the end of times.
Sounds like you've been thinking about this for a while.
You could say that. I knew the end was coming for a good long while. And, well, it's here. And the end will come again. I have faith that there's a reason for all this, and that we need to survive to see our Lord again. And, well, we need food to survive.
Fair enough. Thanks for the tips, Delbert.
Overseer's Lodge, town of Flatwoods. My God. There's no one here. The old tavern, the church, people were using them for shelter, but they're gone. Mutations we expected. But there's something else. A disease. I was attacked by... Well, it used to be a person. But it had these green, glowing lesions, and its voice. Angry, tortured. We are one. One what? Whatever happened here is beyond anything we expected. And we expected a lot. Before they were wiped out, the survivors called themselves the Responders. Looks like they were made of firefighters, police, emergency medical staff. They even have an automated system to teach people about treating water, food, survival. I'm doing their tests, and you should too. I know it's even worse than we imagined, but someone's got to know where the missile silos are and how to secure them. The Responders are the best lead we have. This is the Overseer, signing off.
call it the Great War now. It's not been long, and things have been rough. Welcome to Survivor Stories. I'm Dasa Ben-Ami, a responder. I've been working with the responders for a couple years now. I'm from Charleston originally, so it was easy to join up. What wasn't easy was the work. Rebuilding Appalachia from the rubble while survivors flock to us regularly from all over. So many have come and gone. Their stories untold, their names lost to time. I thought we should preserve this history somehow. I've decided to ask people to record their thoughts, their stories, anything they want to preserve forever. I'll call this series The Survivor Stories. I'll start with me. I was an anthropology PhD student at Vault-Tec University, final year. I was printing my thesis when I heard the sirens. I thought for sure my father, a Vault-Tec employee, could take us all with him, but only 2 reservations came through. I refused to go. With my little brother, he went to the vault. They could not persuade me, though they tried. In the end, I pushed them inside it, and that was it. After that, I went back home to Charleston and, well, survived. Eventually, the responders formed, and I signed up right away. It was so hard. The flood was devastating. Relocating to Morgantown Airport and now Flatwoods has been... I remain optimistic. Been with them now for, I guess 2 years. We have big plans. We can do so much to help. Maybe, just maybe, we can rebuild enough to be okay. And in the meantime, I will continue to record stories of survivors when I can. We are your history. This is Dasa Ben-Ami, signing off for now.
Hi. Dasa asked me if I would talk about, how I got here. She asked everybody, so I said okay. My name's Colonel, and I'm 13 years old. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. The bombs and the messed up people and the cows with 2 heads, all of it. I was bad. Just bad. I cheated on my spelling test. I kicked Chip Wilkins in the shins until he cried. I pushed Rosie McCloy down the stairs. I cut holes in the bottom of all the gym shorts and put glue in the mashed potatoes in the cafeteria. I told Harold Newell to eat 10 dead flies a day in order to grow muscles, and I put Nuka-Cola in the rat cage water bottles at the pet store. And, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about everything. Because my dad said if I wasn't this way, the bad things wouldn't happen. I haven't seen Daddy since the bombs, and I guess he left because of that, too. It's okay. I'm trying to be good now, though. I'm not old enough to be a volunteer, but Dasa said I can help collect food and water, so I'm getting better, I promise. And, Daddy, if you're listening, I promise I won't be bad anymore, so you can come back now. Okay? Okay. Bye.
With smarts and a little luck, you'll do just fine out there.
Arm day. 3 sets of 12 reps. Let's see. Dumbbell bicep curls, tricep extensions, and back extensions, yeah. Little peeve about the lack of proper equipment. No bother. Chin up. Only 8 more luxury coffins to make quota in Backwoods. Flatwoods. Be difficult given the financial situation around here. Just need to remind them of our friends the Chinese. I'll be back on the plane to Ipswich within a fortnight. Gather it'll be the bench press today. Yeah, again.
Yeah, but like even in the beta, they could have given us like a fucking bicycle or something. Jesus, man. Or like a hoverboard or some shit. Just something though, you know.
Dasa has asked
It
us all
recently,
to document our stories for posterity, you know. Seems like a fine idea. So, hi, I am Kesha McDermott. When the bombs fell, I was in Watoka, coordinating a statewide science fair for that year's high school kids. And the theme was the future of energy.
Sodium.
After the bombs, everything was pretty chaotic. Scavenging for food,
I like how they
fighting
bring so
off
much
rabid
effort to
survivors.
not
Oh,
use
it was
but then, like,
just
the
a
rest of the
bad
game is
time
shit.
all around. I found a couple of surviving kids from the high school whose
Like, you
parents
can monitor
didn't
your
make
sodium
it.
levels, like
We
your
holed them in a house in town
then,
for a
like,
while. After a bit, I was able to solder the circuitry in an old radio, and we tuned in to a broadcast from the responders. Oh, we were overjoyed. The trip from Watoka to Flatwoods, it was rough, mind you. The kids and I ran into a group of assholes in the mountains who stole our food and water. I can't tell you how happy I was to find the responders in Flatwoods. Tents for everyone, open kitchens, medical supplies, protection. We were safe. They had a problem, though. Their water sources were contaminated heavily. People were boiling water, but not long enough to make it safe. So, I stepped up and I said, I'll build a testing kit to monitor the contamination, and I will teach folks how to properly boil water. And I did.
But you know, they
The
usually
world
add, like
is
in every
getting
patch, they usually
better,
add
but
more and more quests.
slowly.
So really,
We
it's kind of
need
like
to
WoW.
make
You
sure
can't really
it
beat
doesn't
it. There's
relapse
just constantly
too.
more and more crap.
It's going to
being
take
added
time
onto it.
and care, that's all.
And then, like in games like WoW,
Well,
there's different
time,
classes, so there's
care,
lots of quests.
and science.
Thing he fucking plays. I don't know why Fortnite is so hot. Yeah, but in Scum, everyone's hostile as fuck to each other. Like, they just
This is
want
my
to rip
first
each other's
interview
throats
with
out.
another
In this
survivor,
game, you know,
Kesha McDermott.
it's more like
She
friendly.
found
you know.
me trying to break into a Nuka-Cola machine and showed me a different way. So, Kesha, can you tell us a bit about how we can make sure our water is safe for drinking? Try to keep it to the basics for training
Traitor.
purposes.
Oh, it's not complicated, really. Find water and
We
strain
put in
out
the
any
fourth
big
one. I
particles
don't know
and
about
chunks.
this one.
Then, oil it in a pot over an open fire for a minute or two, then let it cool. Should be fine. Like, like making tea, right?
Uh-huh. You joined the responders a while ago and helped develop a program to train volunteers.
Yeah, there's so many craftable items.
So, were you a survivalist prior to all of this?
Oh, I just got like a
You could say
blueprint
that.
for honey run.
I taught
But
high
I
school
can't find the
kids.
fucking crafting
I
bench,
used
you
to
know?
talk about this very thing to them. Practical application of the sciences. It's fascinating, but you never realize how important some things will be down the road.
Well, I'd
do
play
you?
this over Scum any day.
I guess not. So if we were students of yours, what would you tell us about the
Well,
world
in
now?
Scum,
How can we survive?
it's just
That's
a
a
survival
good
game. There's no
question,
story,
Dasa.
like,
Well,
real objective,
I
there's
would
no
tell
nothing.
you all to remain calm and focus on surviving. The first thing you need to do is get yourself some clean drinking water. It's likely all you'll find is dirty water, but that's okay. We can fix it. Dirty water carries a small chance of disease, and it's a bit radioactive.
You'll probably survive if you drink it, but you shouldn't take that risk. It's better than toxic water or nuclear waste, though, which are both very harmful and should be boiled thoroughly first. Got that, Dutha?
Yes'm. Contaminated water should be boiled. Okay, that sounds easy enough. So, boiled water is safe?
It's mostly safe, but still a bit radioactive. What you really want is purified water.
Oh, purified water. Okay, how do I get that?
You can build machines that will do it for you, and that's the most reliable way. Building them requires some space and time and plenty of materials. But on my way up here from Watoga, I found purified water occasionally in supply caches and medical kits. So, keep your eyes peeled.
If I boil water, and that's mostly safe, aside from a teensy bit of radiation, what about tea? Most folks around here are tea drinkers, as you know. I recall many a night sipping tea on the stoop, watching lightning bugs, and reading a book in peace and quiet. Tell me that's still okay, Kesha?
Oh, bless your heart. It's probably as good as boiled water anyway. Maybe even better if you add anything medicinal to it. Some survivors add all sorts of flowers and herbs to boiled water, and they swear by it. Personally, I stick with purified water. And to each their own.
Okay, got it. Switching tracks a bit. I know you're awfully busy with your latest research in Flatwoods. Can you explain that a bit?
Oh, of course. I'm testing local natural water over time in Appalachia. Gathering data, monitoring the radiation and contamination levels, and all of that. I analyze the data in my lab to look for long-term trends and use those trends to determine how we can use the water right now. We use the water for more than just drinking, you know. It feeds our plants, which feed our animals, so we need to know how things are changing.
You got a lot of work cut out for you. I'm glad you joined the responders. That data sounds invaluable.
It is. I've integrated the data collection and research into the Responders Survivors Volunteer Program as well. I am still a teacher, after all.
Wow. And there you have it, folks. Thanks for talking with us today, Kesha. And thanks for showing us all how to live a little safer.
Class dismissed. Reverend Delbert Winters here, born and raised in this very town.
Sent my own church to the responders for their outpost here, and you're welcome. The responders are on a true mission, you see, helping folks through thick and thin, till the heavens open up again and take us all up anyways. When this all happened, I figured like most it was time. This was the end, but it wasn't, was it? We're still here. At first, I thought it was a mistake, that we was missed, forgotten. Maybe we did some wrongs. Didn't give enough to charity, maybe. Didn't praise his name, even in the worst of times. Maybe thought some things that ought not to been thought. So I asked him. I asked how? Why? I fought your wars on Earth. I'm ready to fight them up there by your side. Then, in my despair, I saw some survivors eating raw rat carcass behind a dumpster. You ought to cook that first, I warned them. Seemed obvious. We tried but got sick, they said, covered in their own filth. I realized right then and there that I was being tasked. From then on, I built kitchens, cooked good food, fed anyone who walked up with an empty belly. And I was thankful for my task in life. Thankful. Next time hell or high water land in my stoop, I'll be swept clear away with it. But until then, let's share a home-cooked meal together, all right?
It says it on the launcher. Here, let me check. Arcane motion. Okay, here it is. PC requirements. Okay, these are the minimum requirements. Where does it say that? What's the recommended? It's a 980 Ti. Well, it goes back and forth, depends where I'm at, but it goes anywhere between like 35 to like 60 in some places, but normally it's hovering around 30 to 49. It's just 16 by 9, I'm just playing 1080 right now. Like on 110. Aspect ratio, I'm not sure. Here, I can tell you like what it says on my options. So it's settings, display. Okay, so a window mode is borderless window, resolution 16 by 9, 1920 by 1080. What? No, not right now. Texture quality is high, water quality high, lighting quality high, shadow quality ultra, shadow distance high, actor fade max, item fade max, object fade max, grass fade max.
Automated warning to all responders. Mr. Farmhands are out of control. Evacuate civilians and take down those supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
And I can't even find a crafting bench, fucking cocksuck. The fuck's a crafting bench? Here's one, fuck. Probably not much. Yeah, like, I'm just looking at us. Yeah, like, I'm looking at a small town right now and I'm getting 30 FPS. Drop down to 25 now.
We call it the Great War now. It's not been long, and
Alright. I think I'm on my own out here finally. I can actually live commentate. So, so far, besides the fact that I'm having trouble recording at a solid frame rate, the game runs fine for me, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I don't know what else to say. I think it's pretty sweet so far. Just, and it runs fine. Like right now I'm over 60 frames. It's just my recording program. I've restarted my computer twice so far this beta, and I've tweaked the recording program several times, and it's still having a heart attack. So that is very frustrating. I have no idea what that's all about, because the game's running fine. So anyways, let's see if I got anything new to build here, because it's been a while. Should have got a blueprint for something, shouldn't I? Okay, so now I can build an armor and a weapons workbench. Sweet. Let's drop this weapons one just right here. Oh, and now I can't do anything else. Just looking through. I'm not gonna do anything very complicated. We'll put a campfire here. Even though I got a cooking thing, I'm gonna put a campfire. Just because. Alright. Water pump. I thought I've got plans. Do I need to read the plans? Okay, maybe I should have checked that. Is it under notes? Plan. There. Okay, so you gotta read them, that's good to know. Same with, oh, I don't want to read that. Same with the recipes, apparently. Alright. Well, that's better. Alright, now let's try. I don't have any concrete. Is there anything else I got stuff to build? We got a generator. I don't have enough to make anything, apparently. Could make a shack. I don't really think there's any reason to do a whole lot in that regard right now. I just came up here to to drop stuff and scrap items. And hopefully repair some stuff. Excuse me. Okay. Modify repair. I want to try fixing up this 10mm pistol. Alright. Standard long barrel. Probably got no anything to make anything now. That's kind of a shame you can't rename them. Got a boxing glove. Scrap. Alright. See what this pistol's all about. I've got a little less than an hour left. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. I just wish I could have gotten some more smooth video for you guys. So, sorry about that. I did everything I could possibly do to actually make it work smoothly, and it still didn't work. So, I don't know what else to do. Beaver? Okay, well, the next place they want me to go is Grafton. They want me to go over here to Morgantown. But I don't think I'm gonna do that quite yet. I want to check out this place, because I haven't been there yet. It's a lower level area, but then I've got this place and this place. So I'm just gonna step away to go do a few things, and then yeah, then we'll head that way. So